Hey y'all, thank you for tuning in. My name is Ayoka and I'm getting ready to bring you guys a weekend read for my Divine Feminines. Okay, so this is definitely a twin flame reading, a collective reading, which means what? It's a general reading, okay? So my spirit guides pretty much just tap into everyone's energy who views this video. Sometimes you may get the full story of your life, and sometimes I may just give you, a little snippet of what's going on in your situation. All right, so definitely take what you need, leave what you don't need. Everything is not going to be for you, especially at this moment, right? Because energy is very fluid. Things definitely take place over time. All right, so I pick up on past, present, future energies. When I'm speaking of you, I may say it's your person. Flip the roles as you see fit. All right, I need you guys to be in a positive mindset, balancing your heart chakra to receive this message. So if you need to take a moment to just breathe in and breathe out. All right, you guys, these messages are not meant to trigger you. They're meant to uplift you, to help you get some understanding of your situation. And it's about self-empowerment on top of that, right? Now, I want to set my attention so we can all be on the same page collectively. Divine Femmes, I want you to always remember to focus on the bigger picture here. Okay, this is your divine counterpart, which means the divine already has this situation under control. The only thing that you need to do is worry about you. Okay, worry about your own self-empowerment, your own self-love, your own self-acceptance, and literally focusing on your divine life purpose. Okay. Let me set my intentions now to get started. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, my angelic guides, for helping me with this collective reading for my Divine Femmes. I thank you for protecting us as we go through the spiritual gates to commune with you and closing the gates to anything that's not in alignment with the divine's will or the purpose of these readings. Thank you so much for protecting me from any psychic attacks and any negative energies being projected towards me. Ask that you close all communication to anyone who is not in alignment with me or the purpose of these readings. Thank you so much for hearing me clearly and using me as the messenger. And so it is. All right, you guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Now, when I do start these readings off, I use my the Divine Feminine Oracle deck, right? So I don't know these offhand, so I have to look in the book to really see what they mean. And then after I do this, I'll pull my tarot, right? So we can get a better story of what's happening in your situation. Now, the first card that came out, I can't pronounce this goddess's name, but it's like Anandamaya or something like that, right? So here she is. Instagram. This video will stop when it gets to about 15 minutes. Sometimes I forget to tell you guys I'm ending. So go over to my YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be alerted as soon as it's available. Now, so this card basically is saying, I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. Okay, so when we choose this card, this basically is about, okay, so it's going through a little story here, so I'm gonna bypass all of that. Okay, so this is a self-realization. This is merging with that aspect within us that never changes. It's becoming conscious of the self that is internal while within this brief mortal existence. The only true calling or purpose any of us have is to become realized. And so she believed that any actions we take towards that goal is sacred. This is a deep, calm, abiding joy that arrives when we can merge with the aspect of ourselves that never changes. There is a bliss we get to experience every time we detach from the surface storms that cause chaos in our lives. If we can remember that we are the guru, that we are an aspect of the divine that remains the same no matter how much change surrounds us, then we got to arrive at a joy that lives at the core of our being. Then we get to arrive at a joy that lives at the core of our being. The soul voice meditation would be, what does joy feel like in your body? Okay, so what does joy feel like in my body? The next one is Kali. I really like this card. I don't know. The mother of the universe. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. You see how these two cards are going together? It's like Know the stuff that never changes. You still stay connected to your inner self, right? And realize, wow, be the truth of who you are. Be that most authentic. Sorry, my son is yelling. That just threw me off. Be the most authentic person that you can possibly be, right? Which is you, your deeper self, your higher self, right? That internal self here. That's what you need to stay connected to, because that's what you are called to be, right? That's what your divine life purpose is. Now, Callie speaks of, as soon as I find her in my book, 64. All right. So she basically, she shows up to strip us of what no longer serves us. And that sounds good in theory, but in practice, it can feel as the ground beneath us has turned to sand. All those illusions about ourselves, especially what we think we're capable of, suddenly dissolve beneath us. When Kali sweeps in, we can easily slip into feeling like a victim. It can feel as though events are happening to us rather than for us. Kali doesn't want us to waste another precious second being someone we are not. She does not want us to be with a partner who doesn't treat us with the respect and love we need to do the light work we came here to do. Kali wants to sever the ties our ego has made out of fear or out of a false belief that we don't deserve better or more. She wants us to get terrifyingly real. She wants us to reckon with the fact that we are not here to please others or to make them proud. We are here to listen to the singular call of our own soul. Kali is the harbinger of having entered Kairos, soul time. And stripping the ego to reveal the soul can feel raw and often heartbreaking, but ultimately, Kali has come out of fierce love for the truth of who we really are. She is giving us the opportunity to choose again, to start over, and this time from a place of tremendous wisdom and strength. Our vulnerability, she lets us begin again from the bare bones truth of who we are. What is falling away from my life right now that no longer serves me? That is what you need to meditate on. Okay, and then your intentions. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. Y'all hear that? It's time to be the truth of who you are. Let's pull some tarot so we can see what's up with this. Thank you, my spirit guides. Tell us about this for my divine films. Thank you. All right, so I did have one card. Okay, so it's the Ten of Pentacles in a reverse here. All right, so this is definitely about some type of disputes that you could be having, okay, or some type of conflict you're having within your situation here. So some of you could feel blocked in your happiness when it comes to this situation here. All right, it could be some unrealistic expectations here as well that I'm picking up. And I know that you guys are looking for something that's stable, something that's long term, right? Especially where you can be financially secure, where you can have that emotional balance as well with your divine masculine, right? Now, it feels as almost though you're not getting to that, is what I'm picking up. It feels like, you know, all that you hope for, all that you were trying to create with your person is not happening. But the divine masculine is coming in as this Knight of Cups. And even though they're here as a knight, right, they're moving slow, they're taking steady, practical steps. They will reach out to you. They're going to bring a message or some type of invitation when it comes to love. Okay, so it's going to benefit you in some kind of way. With whichever way it is, it's something that will benefit you. Now, they're definitely in their playboy, playgirl energy, right? Which basically means it's like a lot of passion, okay, a lot of romance, a lot of love. But they definitely are operating, just say that they're balancing out those energies here. So it's like they're balancing out their masculine and their feminine energies here, operating in their higher selves, trying to tap into that intuition or their higher selves here. They're following the process though, so that's what's taking place. It's like they have this plan, but it has to go a certain way. This is why they're taking these steps the way that they are. They're coming in as knights is because it's a part of their plan. You know, not really wanting to take too many risks here. Okay, so being a little bit more traditional when it comes to this particular partnership here. And this card also could indicate marriage, right? So they're definitely, taking these steps because what they see is long term. All right, this is like the end all be all of the relationships, right? Now, the Five of Pentacles has just come out in a reverse position. Let me tell you, Divine Films, there's going to be some positive changes here that's going to lead to a recovery of emotions, recovery of heartbreak, all of that stuff, right? Where you get to overcome whatever the adversities are that are in this connection with you and your person here. All right, now, yep, Eight of Swords. So it's some changes that's taking place and it's happening and you may not see it, right? But it's all about releasing what no longer serves you, right? So whatever the ego mind is telling you, it's time to let go of that, okay? And really embrace truly who you are. Tap into your shadow side if you have to, because you have to face it in order to release it, because there's going to be some freedom when it comes to you, between you and your divine masculine. In your connection, you will be able to have that freedom. All right. Now, they're going to take control. Really. What I tell you, you're facing your fears, right? They're facing theirs too as well. And this is how you get this clear perspective of what it is that you actually want, especially when it involves your love life. Thank you. The blindfolds are coming off. That's what Spirit just said. So that's some good things. Now, the divine masculine is actually, they set some goals, like I said, and they're moving towards their goals. Okay, and they're determined to succeed that. I mean, I'm talking about they're running towards their goals here. Okay, so even though they have these issues with committing, a lot of the divine masculines have commitment issues, point blank, right? But they're leaving a situation, okay? And whatever we know what they're leaving. You already know what they're leaving, right? I really don't got to speak it. Whatever the karmic situation is for them, they're leaving that, okay? Because they're not happy within that situation. And, yep. This card speaks about, it's the Four of Pentacles. It speaks about releasing what no longer serves you, okay? And overcoming whatever the adversity is that's taking place in your life. And that's what's happening. Especially when it comes to whoever it is that they have this family by, because this card was in the reverse. So whoever they have a family with, which would be the karmic situation or the karmic person, they're not happy within that situation, and there's conflict that really takes place, especially if this other person doesn't get exactly what it is that they want. And the divine masculine is pretty much trying to move on from that situation without being hindered from whatever the past wounds is that they have with that connection there. But they're moving very fast, right, to overcome some of the adversities and to pursue their goals. All right, now they're having a hard time moving on or letting go of you, okay? But wow, they've been very resistant to changing. So that's what Spirit is saying. It's like that's where all of this stalling comes in at. Not being able to move beyond whatever the trauma is that they have with that connection. All right, but they're transitioning now, right? They can't let go of you because, of course, you guys have made an investment into each other. So this is why they're also coming forward, and you're a part of that goal, okay? Because there is a lot of unfinished business between you guys. Things didn't end the way it should have, or if you guys are still in connection, it didn't take off the way it should have. Just put it that way. Like y'all probably just still friends, right? And you didn't get to the next stage. And then a karmic situation came along, or it already was there previously, right? But that's where the delays were coming in at. Just basically a lot of chaos or misunderstandings that were taking place within your connection because of external factors. This is why they were breadcrumbing you, okay? Not giving into this connection. You did have uneven power dynamics between you two. Okay, but you have to, or you still do. Some of you guys haven't gotten to this part of your twin flame journey yet, but you really have to release what doesn't serve you any longer. This is all about standing in your integrity at this point. Our spirit does not want us to be aligned with the things that lower our vibrations. Okay, and especially when you got this third party situation going on, you have to release what no longer serves you, even if that means bringing your situation to an end. Okay, Instagram, you already know what it is. Peace. Yeah, but even if it means bringing your situation to an end, because regardless, you are the divine feminine, right? As long as you stay true to who you are, you know, your spirit guides, shoot, the divine period is going to back you and support you, right? The universe is going to co-create with you, but you can't do anything that goes against your integrity or your own growth here. Now, tell us about this third party situation. That's coming to an end. All right, stay true to yourself, divine femme, regardless. But that third party situation is coming to an end. This is about transformation here. You know, karmic cycles have to end. Spirit is not allowing us to walk into our new beginnings, holding on to past trauma, past hurt, you know, hardships, any of that. That has to be released. You have to face your shadows. You have to embrace your entire being. Period. Face it, so that you can release it and move forward here. It's a part of you, you know, but it's being released. Look, you got the devil in the reverse. All right, so all of the codependencies, especially, it's like you guys, like I said, I didn't say it, but you guys are mirroring each other, literally. So as you release and you start to really embrace, you know, your true nature, so is your person doing the same thing. And now they are starting to gain control of their own lives here and really ending these codependencies here. They're reclaiming their power, point blank, especially when it comes to this Ace of Cups, this love. You've been offering them that cup, right? And they've been really like, no, 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 no. But now they have been emotionally awakened, okay? And there's some new feelings here that they haven't felt before. Why? Because they are releasing the oppression or the addictions or the obsessions, you know, the codependencies. They're releasing that, the baggage, okay? So this is a chance really for your divine masculine to start fresh. And this is what they're doing. They're moving swiftly towards their goals, right? So they got a lot of goals. It's not just the love. So, but they're moving, right? They weren't offering you that. They weren't offering you anything steady at one point, and probably still not now, you know, but they do want a new opportunity, okay? But again, you have to go through cycles of transformation. It's always steps. It's always a process, right? You got to go through different levels before you actually get to that final level, okay, where you reach the next stage. You know, this is, I don't want to say it's like the universe testing you, but this is just all about the process of you growing, of you elevating, all right, and you becoming or operating in your fullest potential. Now, thank you. I love it. Five of Cups here in the reverse. This is all like all of those cards that tend to lead to like grief and disappointment and things like that are in the reverse position. So it's literally like they're accepting what has happened to them in the past and they're moving on and healing from that. So are you, right? You're doing that too as well, right? This is why this is happening this way. You know, as you work on your own self-healing and all of that other stuff that involves yourself, then your masculine mirrors that. Even though it seems like they're two steps behind you, right? But they're catching up, right? They're trying to get to the point of matching your energy. And when they get to that point of matching your energy, then they're able to come forward and face you, right? But as you continue to face yourself, divine femme, then this is how it happens. It's all about your own self-improvement and self-empowerment, Spirit is saying. It doesn't have anything to do with your person, okay? It's all about what you do for yourself because you guys are one soul. All right, this person was created for you. So once you remember that that separation is an illusion, then you'll be able to move to the next stage of your twin flame journey. All right, you are your own guru, right? Remember that. And what I'm also picking up is it's time to be the truth of who you are. That's the next step. That's what's next for you, divine femme. It's time for you to release what doesn't serve you and be who you truly are. I mean, not even just behind closed doors. I mean, this is publicly too. Within this connection, be who you are. Be that your spiritual self. Be the divine feminine. All right, whatever gifts you're operating in, It's time for you to move in that direction because it's time for you to help other people to ascend, all right, within their spiritual gifts in their life and all of that. Okay, so if you haven't begun to um, move in that direction, this is what it is for you, for real. I'm telling you, there's levels to this. Now, the judgment card is here. So if you're in some type of self-doubt, or even if your person is in some type of self-doubt, right, the lessons have to be learned. It's your person. So the divine masculine, right, the lessons have to be learned. They have to go through this period of judgment. You know, this is how you move out of that lower vibrational energy here, and they can get to something that's more stable. The Emperor, because they were in the reverse, so they can get here. Being confident, stable, structured, disciplined. But they're releasing that juggling shit. They don't want to juggle you no more. Period. It's a major imbalance, right? And they've been neglecting you where really technically they want to put the energy into you. It's just that they had a hard time releasing the hardship or the loss. Or the Tower in reverse. Having a hard time facing the inevitable. You understand the storm. It comes. You can't avert the disaster from happening but for so long, because the universe is like, we gonna find you. We coming to get you. But they're planning for their future and they want to make progress when it comes to this. Okay, so whatever weak relationship that they have been attached to, that's ending. All right, so like I said, the storm will come regardless, and it will bring changes. And that's what Spirit is saying. Like, if this storm hasn't hit them yet, it's going to come. And it's going to shift their views when it comes to love, period. Because they have a lot of negative views about love and even about themselves that keep them in self-doubt here. And it has a lot to do with them feeling like every time they make some type of romantic plan for themselves, it fails. Okay, but they're making plans again. They're starting to feel hopeful. Let's put it that way. So a decision is going to be made here. I got the 4 swords in the reverse position. The divine masculine has awakened, you guys. You may have felt a lot of rejection from this. That's one of the things that you have to face. Okay? If you still feel rejection, if you still feel abandonment issues, or your own self-acceptance, face the mirror. Temperance. So there will be changes. Changes are already taking place. That's bringing balance. That's bringing peace. That's bringing patience. That's bringing self-honoring choices. You know, helping your divine masculine to have a clear vision of exactly what it is that they want, so that they can work in harmony, all right, with you. So that they can be careful and considerate with you, with love, because you guys had an imbalance. And of course, like I said, this is a divine connection. The divine is not for none of that shit. That's all I'm telling you. So you got angelic guides. You got a whole team just working behind the scenes, fighting to bring you guys together. 3 of Swords in a reverse. All of that heartbreak is being released, okay? There's healing that's taking place right now. So this is a period of healing. Moving on after all of the pain. This also leads to a reconciliation. So if you are not in communication with your person, you will be. All right, because the Page of Swords is also here. They're going to come forward and communicate. If it's not to you, they're going to bring about some type of communication here. What is this communication about, sir? It's not really emotional, but... Oh. They still in the night energy. Still in the night energy here. Alright, so I got the Fool card in reverse. Now, they're distracted by something here. Okay. Tell us more about this. What's happening? Why is this Fool card in the reverse? All right, so I have the Queen of Cups, which would be you, Divine Feminine. It's like, you know your person runs from commitment. They're very unsteady. And they keep changing their mind. It's like, seems like 1 minute they're coming in, then the next minute they're gone, right? And it only happens because the connection is so intense. And when you're not ready to face that mirror, it's hard for you to stay connected to people that trigger you, right? You run away from it because you don't want to deal with the hurt or the pain, or you're just not ready. You're not ready to evolve, right? And this is what keeps them very reckless in their behavior here. Lacking commitment, right? Now tell us about this. You've been setting intentions. Okay, you've been staying connected to source, really, right? And especially focus on your cup. You've been trying to manifest this love here, right? Now, you see the bigger picture. And remember I said that in the beginning. Keep your eyes focused on the bigger picture here at hand. You see it. You have the passion. You have the drive, right? That's pushing this forward. You see the possibilities that are here. Okay, your person is in fear. They're anxious. They're fearful, right? Because it's still a lot that they need to face. Seeing through these illusions here. And this is why they're still confused. Not really looking at the bigger picture here. Seeing through the lies. But again, come on, tell me more, Spirit. This communication is coming through. This discussion is getting ready to be had. If it hasn't been had already, they're coming to discuss something with you. Now, what is this a manipulation about? Thank you. Okay. So, Spirit is saying here. All right. So, I got this Queen of Swords here. And it's 4 Wands. Now, the discussion that's going to be had is going to be about you, Divine Feminine. Thank you. And they're going to have this conversation with their karmic person. This Queen of Swords is here in the reverse. This karmic person is very reckless with their mouth, right? They're overly emotional here. But they're going to still have this conversation regardless. Because they're not supported there. They're not feeling no love. They're not feeling the support. They're unstable when it comes to this situation here, right? So, thank you, Spirit. And they're looking for something reliable. They also could be letting this person know that they're going to, they're ready to expand. Really meaning expand with you, Divine Femme. Something deeper, something more intimate, something more public is also what I'm picking up here. So this could lead to some type of wedding engagement, higher level commitment, something that's not hidden here. I'm definitely picking up that you are a secret. And on top of that, y'all, oh wow. So this karmic person that they're attached to, that's a traumatic situation for the Divine Masculine. It's a toxic relationship. And they're not getting this 9 of Cups. So they're not getting their wish fulfillment within that situation. So they're coming out with it all. So, wow. They're unhappy in that situation. And they're not, like I said, they're disappointed here. Because they don't have that deeper connection like they have with you, Divine Femme. So they're going to make this decision here. They weren't taking any action on love because they were feeling hopeless. And a lot of this has to do with their own negativity. Okay, so it could be some extreme self-criticism taking place here. This is definitely a situation where it's not balanced here. Okay, so either this Divine Masculine's karmic person could be very forceful. Let's put it that way. Very forceful. And, wow. I know, I'm like, wow. I'm looking at the cards to try to pick up the energy on this, y'all. Okay, so the Divine Masculine is healing from this. They're learning their lessons, period. Okay, and they were giving up. They're giving up on that situation. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. They're letting that go. That's what Spirit is saying. They're detaching from this situation here with this karmic person. They were not setting any boundaries, but now they're going to set some boundaries with this situation here. Because they were able, this karmic person is able to cross all types of boundaries here with your Divine Masculine here. Okay, so yeah, they're going to set these boundaries, and they are definitely going to stand up for themselves. They're standing in their power here so that they can fix the relationship with you, Divine Feminine. Tell us about this. They've been very irresponsible, and they're going shit. This is what they speaking. Like, I've been very irresponsible, and that's the truth. Not really committal here, and it has a lot to do with selfishness. And they've been manipulated, being very manipulative. So they're going to speak that truth. This is hard because they have a hard time communicating with this karmic person here and being truly honest about what they feel, because this person is very overly emotional. They have to walk on eggshells with this person because it becomes very explosive. But they're ready to release that because they want to be able to reconcile with you, Divine Femme. They want a resolution to take place between this whole situation, period. And they want the tension to be released. So they're trying to heal from the tension. And they're going to have this conversation with this karmic person so that they can try to bring healing to it. Now, we do have the Temperance card that came out, which there's angels behind the scene that's trying to bring balance to everything. Not just you guys' connection, but to this karmic situation too as well. Remember when I was like, karmic cycles have to end, right? And I mean, it has to be decisions made on both parts. And even though it was a period of waiting that you guys are going through here, a lot of stalling, they're disinterested in moving forward with that karmic connection here. They're ready for that period of waiting to be over, right? But they still have some self-doubt that they have to work on. This is why they're in the hermit mode here, okay? This is why they're self-reflecting. That's a good thing, right? Because when you do that, it helps you to gain some insight about your own goddamn self, right? What role you play. Do some soul searching. That's what they're doing. You gotta allow them to do that soul searching, honey, because you don't want a situation where, you know, things keep repeating themselves and there's always a karmic person or a karmic situation. No, you want to be whole within your connection. So whatever it takes for you as well to get to that point, you know, do it. Work on your own self-healing in yourself. This is the perfect time to do it because, you know, once you get into your connections, it takes away from your time too as well. So this is the perfect time for you to build, to put back into yourself, to create whatever it is that you're creating, right? Because when you guys come together, yeah, it'll be intense. So this is the point where you guys will actually do it together, all right? But once you start to build and get yourself to that point, it makes it easier for you to not slip back into old ways and old habits and old, you know, mindsets, things like that. You're able to overcome the obstacles and keep pushing forward here and keeping your focus. Now, they're doing some reflection and they're in hermit mode, right? There's disharmony with the lovers, which is you two. So this is what they're reflecting on. They're reflecting on you. They're reflecting on you guys' connection. And why? You guys have a very strong bond. And they know they made a lot of bad choices here. So now it's just like they're contemplating on how to make this decision. Because they were having a difficult time making a decision previously before. So they're removing the blindfolds. They like, you know what? I'm ready to see. Ready to see past the illusions here. They had a difficult time making these decisions. Sorry, a lot of my cards just flew out. But the truth is going to be revealed, honey. They is getting ready to spill the tea, honey. It's spilling. Okay? They felt like, you know, whatever decision I make is going to be a negative consequence. But now they like, I'm gonna be candid here and in that situation there. And what they're going to do, right? Two of Cups is here in the reverse. The relationship imbalance between you and the Divine Masculine just has a lot to do with codependencies here. All right, now they're going to choose. So the decision that they're going to make, okay, because they've been having a hard time making that decision here, due to what? Options, right? They got to choose. Really feeling confused. Like, what do I do? But what's guiding them is memories, happier memories, Okay, they're reliving these happier times that they had with you. That's what's guiding them to make their decision here. They're healing from their past. Okay, and they're seeking to come back and reconnect with you, divine family. They're healing from that. They were clinging at first to this third party situation here and failing to stay present. But now, this is nostalgia all day long. This is laws of attraction working. Okay, because you know, when you think about something, you end up manifesting it, especially if you put a lot of thought into it. And this is what's happening here. And this is guiding their choices. Thank you. That karmic person here is very clingy, but they're not supportive, and they're overbearing, and they're looking, your divine masculine is looking for success, looking for victory, looking for rewards. Okay, and they're not getting it there. There's no rewards within that situation. This is why they set some new goals for themselves. Thank you. They're being guarded, which is just pretty much them, you know, how you worry about giving up your independence. So you kind of put up a wall here. This is what's happening. They put up a wall, but this wall probably affecting both of you. No, Spirit says not both. It's they put up a wall here with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So with the karmic person. Why? Because this person, they realize that they're selfish, okay? And on top of that, greedy. And they're in that situation for the wrong reason. It's about the money. All right? They're not, this karmic person is not self-sufficient. And the divine masculine is probably the one that takes on majority of the responsibility when it deals with the deal with their situation, whether it's with, you know, they got kids with this person, they probably are the ones who do everything, you know, which isn't a bad thing, but at the same time, it's like they hoard all of the responsibilities when it comes to that. They don't work well together as a team, just put it that way. Okay, it's a very unfair balance here. It's like they do everything, and especially when it comes to the children or the family, and this karmic person doesn't. This karmic person continues to take. You know how you would say, like, this masculine is the one who has the children maybe like, say, like 75% of the time or something, but they can't claim them on their taxes. They can't, you know what I'm saying? And they kicking out all the money and stuff like that to make sure they have everything that they need. Just things like that. Like, that's the stuff that takes place within this situation that I'm getting. There's no stability here. And this karmic person also just is like, it's about the money here. They're completely self-absorbed. Okay? This is why there's been a lot of deception here. And I need my other cards. So here we go. This is why there's a lot of deception. Your person literally has been trying to get away with keeping all of this a secret here because it has a lot to do with the money. They know what will end up happening is if they come forward with this connection, then it's going to affect their pockets here. It's going to affect their stability, because this person might either try to do something with what alimony, child support, or just really just do something to deplete their money. And they're trying to do this secretly. You know, it's like they're trying to reach this personal milestone in secret, but it's really hard to do that. All right, so they prefer to keep it to themselves, really, to be honest, because they're trying to avoid the disaster, just like I said earlier in the reading. They've been trying to avert the disaster there, because that's why. They want to keep it in secret. I got the Lovers in the reverse. But their feelings aren't mutual with that karmic person there. And they may put on the front and try to make it seem like there's harmony there, but there isn't. They're not opening up their hearts to that person. But it's fear that causes them to not be able to move on from this person because of the disaster that's going to come, right? But Spirit already spoke earlier that there will be a confession and the truth will be revealed within the situation. Your masculine is going to come forward and speak their truth and be honest about it, regardless of whatever the adversities is. Now they're ready to face them. Now they're like, you know what? If this going to fuck with my money, then so be it. Because I can't live in this disharmony. I don't want to feel like this no more. Look, heartbreak in reverse. They're tired of having this negative self-talk. They're ready to release that pain so that they can make this personal transition. Okay, the Devil card is here in the Hermit. So they're obsessed with you. Wow. They're also obsessed with their moving forward. You know, really finding these answers so that they can release this devil energy here. They're tired of being oppressed. Wow. So they're trying to find these answers within them, right? And they've taken a break, especially from everyday life, right? They're drawing that energy inward, but they're like in this feeling of like really obsessed with, like, you know how you be like, yo, I'm going to heal, I'm really going to come, I'm going to overcome this, you just be like putting your all into your own personal healing. I know I've been there, like, especially like if it comes to me trying to lose weight and stuff like that and exercise, I'll be obsessed. I be trying not to be, but I do. Like, I will work out 2 hours a day, just, and it's just habit, right? And I find that sometimes that could be my addiction, is exercising. I ain't even gonna lie about that. Okay, but I like it. It balances me, and I have to do it every day. And if I don't, I'm pissed. Point blank, right? But yeah, with this Queen of Swords right there, she's coming out again, or he, in the reverse. They allow their emotions to get the best of them, and this is why they are like really, really, really trying to separate themselves from that situation. They're putting a lot of focus into this task so that they're able to come forward and offer this cup to you. All right, they move slow and they move gracefully at doing it. Why? Because this karmic person is very emotional, like I said, and this is why they just do it slow. It seems like they breadcrumbing the shit out you, but they're doing it and it's like a certain process that they feel like they have to take. They got to do it step by step by step, right, to build themselves up, so that they can build the confidence to be able to move forward swiftly as a Knight of Swords. And that came out earlier in the reading too as well. They're eager. Thank you, Spirit. Because that Devil card, like, woo, they're eager to establish their goals. It's like persistent. It's like obsessed, right? And they're not focused. They're not really focused on the challenges. It's like the challenges are there, right? But I got this goal in my mind, and that's what I'm focused on right now. Okay, so let's see something real quick. Sorry, you guys. They may even come in quick to try to win you back. So there's some issues going on here. They do got some issues. It could be financial issues. It could be employment issues. It could be issues, you know, in the relationship wise. But they're trying to do everything as a process, right? Planning. Here, the Tower card has come. So the disaster is going to come, literally. All right, there's going to be some sudden changes here. Now, tell us about this. Queen of Cups in the World card. All right, Queen. Like I said, you sitting up there, really, you're highly intuitive here. You're balanced. And what's going to happen is all of this is going to come full circle, Spirit is saying. All right, this is leading to completion where you guys reach that point in your life within this relationship where everything comes together. This is what this Tower is going to bring. That's the sudden change. Okay, that's the revelation. That's the awakening. That ending is going to happen. They're going to detach from that karmic situation so that they can bring in this new beginning where they can bring closure to their life, period, and accomplish their goals. Okay, so that's a dope positive message, you guys. I'm loving it. Let's get a hidden truth message from your divine masculine real quick. I wish things could be different. Just being near you is intoxicating. So some of them saw you with someone and they left. Whatever that situation is, you must have was at an event and you were with someone else, or you were out somewhere and they happened to be there and they seen you with that person. They want you. And I'm becoming a better person. I know y'all couldn't see that. I just seen that glare roll off. I'm grateful for this spiritual lesson. It's about learning and growing and healing. Shit. And nobody said it was going to be easy, right? But it's necessary. Thank you. Anything else? Any other messages? That's it. We ain't going to force the message, honey. So, let me get a Moonology card, and then I'm going to end it there. Thank you. It's our ending message. It's time for the Divine Masculine to take action. Alright, so they definitely are going to take action here. Okay, some of your Divine Masculines are probably fire signs or have a fire sign in their chart. I did definitely pick up Gemini, Virgo, a lot of fire here. Earth, water, I would say all the signs. Okay, I wanted to see something real quick with that card, and then I'm going to finish New Moon in Aries. Take action. It's time to take action. New Moon in Aries. What do you see? The flame is lit. So a wonderful new start beckons on, and you are on the right track. This is a positive sign. If there's something you want to happen in your life, this card is a big yes from the universe. This is a time to really tune into your dreams. You may still have a long way to go. After all, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. But you're on your way. Determination, self-assertion, and bravery are called for. But the hot fire of Aries is driving you towards success. What I tell you, it's whatever it is driving your person to come in. All right, so in whatever endeavors you're asking about, the caution is don't go too fast and forget your manners. Treat people well as you charge towards your goals. You'll create much better karma for yourself. Don't even think about giving up. Do your best and be happy with that. Avoid being brash right now. You need a plan. When I tell you, they got a plan, and it's probably a 12-month plan on top of that. A new male is coming into your life. Your masculine is coming into your life, okay? Now, start setting your intentions is what Spirit is saying. This is a time to start. This is a new beginning. All right? Wow, that's excellent. Look, hand clap, hand clap, hand clap. Congratulations, Divine Femme, because you are elevating within your journey and you're doing it so gracefully, honeys. If you want a personal reading, definitely feel free to reach out to me through my IG. I did leave the link in the detail box below there. I do have a sale going on right now for Twin Flames. I'm still feeling the energy of letting that proceed for the month of April. So definitely check that out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and all that wonderful stuff. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy this weather, especially tomorrow. All right, peace. Love you guys.